Alright, this is Unit 5 conic sections. There are 4 types of conics. The first one that we'll be looking at are parabolas. We've seen parabolas in the last unit, Unit 4, when we were looking at quadratics, but we're now going to look at the different types that can appear with parabolas. I have 2 of different types drawn on the board here. You have a traditional upward parabola that we worked with in the last unit, and then we also have a sideways parabola that we're also going to add into the mix this current unit. So, what is a parabola? This is actually off of the slides before slide 8, but a parabola is a set of all points in a plane that are the same distance from a given point called the focus and a given line called the directrix. So, these definitions are in your notes, and I'll let you look at the images of what a focus and a directrix is. But I'm going to talk to you about the formulas that are actually found on slide 8, and some aren't found on slide 8. There are 2 sides to the formulas that are very important to us. When we have a traditional parabola, like the one we saw in Unit 4, the equation that we called vertex form was y equals a times the quantity x minus h squared plus k. Sometimes it also came in the form of y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. This time, when we have a sideways parabola, we can have 2 other possibilities for their equations. This time, they will be set equal to x. For vertex form in this case, we still have a times the quantity y, but this time, y always refers to the vertical coordinate. In our vertex, the k is our vertical coordinate. So therefore, it'll be minus k on the inside squared plus h. This is really going to trick you up, the fact that your h and your k are out of order. So be very careful when you're going to graph these. Similarly, it can also appear in standard form of x equals ay squared plus by plus c. And a technique that you'll also use a lot here, again, this entire unit, will be completing the square. So if you're still feeling not too strong on this concept, you should go back to Unit 4 notes and look at completing the square. Otherwise, these notes also have a good sufficient amount of completing the square. Other equations that you need to know in this unit. The first one is the directrix. Now, if you recall, the directrix is a given line that is somewhere near a parabola. It's this imaginary line that will be equidistant from a point and the focus. Mine doesn't look too equidistant. But these would be my different directrixes. And I'll come back to the focus. But the directrix will be this dotted line right here. Now in this case, the equation for my directrix will be as horizontal, so therefore the directrix should also be set equal to y. This time it'll be y equals k minus 1 over 4a. In this case, our directrix, similarly to our equation, will be set equal to x. X is equal to, this time, because it's x, it'll be related to the h minus 1 over 4a. A very important skill in this unit will be noticing the patterns. Do you see the k coordinate in your vertex when given the directrix? Do you see the h coordinate given in your equation for a directrix? Another important concept for you to know is called the focus. The focus is this point inside my parabola that is equidistant to a point on the plane just from also the directrix. So the focus, he's actually a point, so he will get coordinates. In this case, inside the parabola where I'm up and down, he will share the same h coordinate. That won't change. But our y coordinate will change by adding 1 over 4a. Here, again, we're going to have a coordinate for the focus. This time, if this is my focus, my x coordinate changed for my vertex, so my h will change by adding 1 over 4 orientation is your axis of symmetry. This has not changed from the last unit. The axis of symmetry is always related to wherever your vertex is. This time, it'll go through your foci. So in this case, my axis of symmetry will stay the same. X equals h. This is your equation in a traditional up or down parabola. In this case, because I'm going sideways, my axis of symmetry would be related to my y coordinate. So it'll be y equals k. This will tell us our axis of symmetry. Another important fact that you'll need to know is about direction. As we discussed here, up and down are our directions, and it all depends on whether or not A is positive or negative. It opens up when A is positive. It'll open down when A is negative. In this case, our direction will be left or right. This is also very similar to what we did before. We will open right in a positive direction when A is positive. We will open to the left when A is negative.